What's up everyone, this is Samson with Electric Bike Journal and we are going to talk about the Jasion EB7. This is a class 3 pedal assist bike with a throttle that will take you up to 20 miles per hour and pedal assist that will take you to around 25 miles per hour. This is a folding fat tire electric bike. You can fold the frame, handlebars, and pedals to make it compact for storage. It has a 500 watt rear hub motor that is powered by the removable 48 volt 10 amp hour battery. That is 480 watt hours of battery. The drivetrain is a Shimano 7-speed drivetrain. There are 5 level of pedal assist modes as well as a twist throttle. There is a color screen that shows speed, pedal assist level, battery level, and distance traveled. It has 20-inch wheels with 3-inch fat tires. The brakes are 160mm mechanical disc brakes. There is front and rear suspension, and it comes with integrated front and rear lights. Also included is a rear rack. The estimated range on this bike is between 20 and 45 miles, depending on your pedal assist level. The bike comes in weighing 59.5 pounds, and at the time of this review, cost $999. Let's take you on a little on-bike experience to show you what it's like riding this bike. Out here testing the Jasion EB7 fat tire electric folding bike. This is a pretty neat little bike on the smaller side, but has a lot of adjustability. Keep it comfortable for a variety of riders. And I just have the bike off right now. It's a pretty flat road that we're on. Just want to show you that you can pedal this bike on the flats when you need to. And going around 10 miles an hour, I'm in the third to the easiest gear. And you know, if you run out of battery, hopefully you don't have to go up a hill with no power, but this thing does pedal all right. So we'll put it into pedal assist 1 from stop, and that gives you a nice little boost when you stop and are coming from a slow roll, but that does max out the assist around 8 miles per hour. And I'm already just going a little downhill and it turned it off already. So if you want to cruise at 8 miles per hour with a little pedal assist, or if you just need a little boost just to get you to a comfortable pedaling speed, pedal assist 1 can do that for you. All right, yep, just you can feel it kick in pretty quickly, but it'll get you to 8 miles per hour. And then that's it. It also has a throttle on this side. It's cool, it's a twist throttle. And I like having that. It kind of reminds me of a motorcycle, which is pretty fun. I'm gonna get us into pedal assist 2 at this little busier intersection here. Hopefully that'll help us boost across the intersection a little quicker. And let's do it. There we go. Yeah, pedal assist 2 got me to 12 miles an hour. We're still on a little downhill, not perfectly flat. And, you know, pedal assist 2, 12, seems all right. But the throttle over here will take you to that in the top speed in whichever pedal assist mode that you're in. And that is 12 miles per hour in here. All right, let's kick this up to pedal assist 3. Pedals 3, it's 15 miles an hour. That's a good pace. Gets your legs spinning, and you can even click harder if you want to try to get faster than that. But the assist will stop you at 15 miles per hour. The same with the throttle on this side. You're not going to go faster than 15 in pedal assist 3. So we'll get to the stop sign and I will make a left-hand turn. Let's just use the throttle to get going and see. Just throttling right now. And that gets you to just about 15 miles an hour. Just under, because this hill is slightly, barely uphill. So it's gonna affect us going up. But yeah, pedal assist 3, 15 miles an hour, we'll call that. All right, let's get it to 4. And 4, few pedals in. Takes a second for this cadence sensor to kick in that motor when you are moving. You know, it's not really instant, it takes a second. But pedal assist 4. That gets us to, what is that? Just jumped on us. 16 miles an hour, 17, 18, it kicked in again. So it'd be 15 to 18. We're in a GPS watch. Just using Strava, the computer says 16 and my watch says, let's see, activate that again. Come on. About 15. So there's a little difference here. My watch is about 2 miles per hour slower than this computer says. We'll just average it out. Say that's about 18 miles an hour in pedal assist 4. And yeah, you can just use the throttle. All right, let's stop here. Okay, from this light, I put it into pedal assist 5. Just gonna throttle. You can see it gets you up to speed pretty quick. Slight little uphill here, but we're moving. Computer's reading just under 20 miles an hour. Let's see if pedaling will get us a little faster. And pedal assist 5. Takes a second to kick in, but got a little bit up, just about 20 miles an hour. Got this little kicker here of a hill. Pedal up it. Pedal assist 5. I think since this does have those smaller tires, smaller fat tires, it takes a little bit for it to get moving. It's kind of a lot of weight in the wheels for it to get going, but slight uphill, pedal assist 5, going 20 miles an hour, and you can hear the motor is kicking a little bit. It wants to go faster than that. And we got to, on this little uphill, just around 20 miles an hour. So with the throttle, similar, it's just gonna go as fast as it can take you really in this little uphill. Let's test out these brakes here. It's got mechanical disc brakes, 160 millimeter front and back. A little squeaky, gonna have to clean those. We'll use pedal assist 5 so we can get through this intersection quicker. And it's nice to have that throttle because I wasn't in the correct gear there. So it's good to be able to get you going so you can shift gears. It's got a 7-speed shifter. So if you do make a shift while you are at a stop sign, it's gonna kind of clunk its way to where it needs to be. So it's cool to have that throttle to get you up to speed. And then you can make the shift and get to where you want to be pedaling. Okay, I got to my hill test zone that I like to test the bike out. And right now, I'm no pedal assist in the easiest gear, and it's definitely some work. Like I'm going 5 miles an hour and pushing pretty good. Like this would not be fun to do for that long. So going uphill, no pedal assist, easiest gear, not the easiest thing to do. We'll get that thing into 1. You feel a little bit of a boost. It's definitely not easy, but I can feel there's a little bit of a push from the motor. You can hear it a little bit. This bike's actually pretty quiet, which is nice. So it's going to 2. There we go. 2 brings you some relief. Now you can change gears. Don't have to be spinning as much. That's 10 miles an hour in 2, with still a decent amount of work to get the bike moving. I was just throttling right now in 2. We're gonna stay just at 10 miles an hour. So let's go to 3. 3 is gonna take us up to 14 miles an hour. This is a nicer pace to be going up a hill. And it feels a lot better going this speed than it would in 1 at 6 miles an hour. Let's hit 4. 4, yep. 16, 17 miles an hour, up 16 miles an hour. Just at the top, let's hit 5 just to see how it feels. Push just over 17. So yeah, off this bike is definitely hard to pedal uphill. Just the gearing, sure, just if it had a lot easier gearing, it would be better to pedal up a hill. And now we got a nice little downhill. See how this bike can handle. You know, it's got the shorter wheelbase, so it is a little twitchier when you are pedaling or going at speed. You know, we're rolling over 20 miles an hour easily here. A little speed bump, but suspension's helping. That felt pretty good. Let's get these brakes to work for us. We'll speed up to this gate, top of the hill here, and I'll turn the bike off as we get through this gate. There we go. Bike off. Let's see how it does on this downhill. This is a quick one, and it's a little weary on taking it just because the shorter wheelbase and how it handled on some other hills, but I got more comfortable riding it, and just gonna use gravity, see where we can go. You know, we're going 26 right now. It's pretty good. 28, 29. So just about 30 miles an hour. I'm gonna slow down at that because we got a turn coming up. The brakes work well to get us slowed down before we get near some people. But we got to 30 miles per hour on that downhill. That's quick for a little bike like this. We'll take that. 30 is a solid speed to be going downhill. And let's start suspension and some knobbier tires so it can handle dirt pretty decently. You know, it's always fun to be able to take a little dirt path. And it is fun taking this on the dirt. Just feels like with the throttle, it's like gives you a little motorcycle feel for sure. And these little knobby tires actually do pretty decent. I wouldn't go mountain biking on this bike, but if you want to go on some gravel paths, that would be no issue at all. And like the suspension, there's just a little bit of travel in the rear, but it is nice to have that for all the bumps that you're going to hit in the street, and if you do take it on some paths like this. So we'll take it up this little incline, and it gets going pretty good, even in the dirt. The motor's quiet, which is good. Doesn't scare any dogs or anything like that. All right, so I'm going to get up to speed on this bike, just under 20 miles per hour, just to show you. So the bike's moving, I started pedaling. Took about 2 seconds to have the motor kick in when you're at speed. So I'll stop again, going 60 miles an hour, pedal assist 5, start pedaling. That's when the motor kicks in. So there is a lag with that cadence sensor, which is, it's all right because you don't need it right away. If you do want some power, instant power, you give that throttle and that'll get you going right away. Then when you pedal, you can let off the throttle, that motor will stay on for you and you can continue upward. Just another fun thing on this bike. The bikes have bells, but this one has an electric horn. And that really gets people's attention, that's for sure. A little louder than a bell, and it sounds a bit different, so people are gonna hear that if you're riding around. They're gonna wonder where that electric sound came from. Here's what we liked about the bike. The motor is quick from the get-go. You can get up to speed to what the max speed of that pedal assist mode is fairly quickly. The twist throttle is really awesome on the grip. It really is intuitive and it feels like a motorcycle to us, which we enjoy. The bike is comfortable and can fit many size riders with the adjustable seat and stem and handlebar height. It comes with fenders for the front and the rear. It's a nice touch to help keep you clean while riding. The rear rack is also an added bonus. Putting a basket on this would make it a good bike to run errands on. The integrated front and rear light are awesome to have. You can turn that on from the handlebar. The rear light is also a brake light, so when you squeeze the brake, it flashes to let people know that you are coming to a stop. The color LCD screen is nice and bright. Underneath the controller, you can plug in a USB device to charge your devices on the go. The electronic horn is a fun addition. It is much different than a bell, so when you hit that and make that noise, you will definitely grab the attention of some people in front of you. This being a folding bike, you can fold down the bike and make it pretty compact. You can store this in much smaller spaces than a regular bike. You could even put this in the trunk of most regular sized vehicles. Some things we could see some improvements on is this was not the easiest bike to build straight out of the box. Some parts did take a little bit of working to get onto. It wasn't impossible at all, but we have definitely built some bikes that were much easier to build than this one. The cadence sensor does have a bit of a lag when you are pedaling at speed. It does take a few seconds of pedaling for that sensor to kick in and give you that motor assist. This isn't the quickest bike going uphill, but having that pedal assist will definitely help you get up those steeper hills. This isn't one of the lighter bikes either. It does come in weighing around 60 pounds. So it is a little bit of work to carry this up. It does fold in a nice compact size, so you could store it in a lower level, so you don't have to carry it up a bunch of stairs. It is nice that these pedals do fold up to make it nice and compact for when you are storing it, but these pedals don't have the best grip. It would be better to wear grippier shoes when you're riding this bike, just to get better grip as you're riding and you don't slip when you're pedaling. This bike would be great for someone looking for their first budget compact electric bike. Coming in at just under $1,000, it is pretty cheap and pretty accessible price point for most people. If you live in a small space and don't have room to store a regular sized bike, this one can fold up and fit in a tight spot. It would also tuck in nicely in an RV or your camp vehicle if you wanted to bring this to ride around the campsite. We think this bike is more suited for somewhere with flatter terrain, as the gearing makes it a bit tougher going uphill. The front and rear suspension on this bike were great to dampen the bumps in the road and on the gravel, and the knobby tires handled some dirt roads pretty well. We had a lot of fun using the throttle on this bike. It really was the most fun way to use this bike, but it also does have that pedal assist, so you can pedal around and get some of that exercise that you're looking for. Thanks for watching this review on the Jasion EB7. If you have any questions on this bike, leave a comment below. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel, as we like to give away electric bikes just like this one. And who knows, you could be the next winner of an electric bike just like this one.